Hey guys, in this video I test whether a strobe light is effective in keeping birds away from your drone, so don't go away. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Real quick video for you today about a strobe light I got for the Mini 2. Now a little while back I released a video about my poor little Mini 2 drone being harassed by birds. In this case it was seagulls, but I've had other instances of bird attacks as well. Now my main worry was that they tend to dive bomb the drone, and if you're in sports mode or even normal mode where the drone reacts to your controls quite quickly, I was concerned that they may be diving in too close to the drone at the exact same time that you move the drone, and then bang, it's all over. And because all of this is generally happening quite a distance from you, it's very hard to see because the drone and the birds are so small, and it's really hard to make judgments as to when to move the drone and what way to move it. Anyway, it can all be very stressful, as I'm sure many of you out there with drones and have experienced this can agree. Now, in the comments section of my video, I had a suggestion that I should try putting a strobe light on the drone, and that this would scare the birds away, or at least make them keep a reasonable distance away without coming dangerously close. Now, I thought that was a pretty good idea, so I purchased this little puppy, the Ulanzi DR02 strobe light. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check it out. Now, I really like this little light. It's super small and light. It weighs only 6.5 grams, so it doesn't tip your Mini 2 over the 250 gram weight limit, because even though they say the drone's 249 grams, it's actually a little bit lighter than that. So they've built some wiggle room in there for numpties like me to attach things like strobe lights. It's also as bright as buggery. It flashes in 3 different colors. So you've got white, green, and red. And in each color, it can either do a fast flash or a slow flash. Did I mention it's really bright? In terms of attaching it to the drone, well, there's a couple of different ways. It comes with a couple of 3M sticky Velcro pads, so you can have that part of the pad permanently attached to the top of your drone, and then you just put on or remove the light whenever you want to use it. It also comes with a couple of small rubber bands. If you've got girls, the rubber bands are roughly the same size as the ones that they use to tie their hair up. If you're a guy and you use them to tie your hair up, well, fair enough. Anyway, you can use the bands to attach the light to one of the legs of the drone if you'd rather do it that way. I guess the benefit of that is you can attach the drone to the top, bottom, or sides of the leg. The light charges via a USB-C port, and a little USB-A to USB-C cable comes with the light. It takes about an hour to fully charge and apparently works continuously for 8 hours. I've not tested it for that long, but I'd say it'll be fine for quite a few flights, and then just give it a top up every now and again. So I have used the setup a few weeks ago, and it didn't really get bothered by birds, even though there were a few around. So I thought, seems to work. But I wanted to go back to the original scene of the crime, so to speak. So I set out to the same place that the birds gave me grief the last time, and I was pretty excited to see how it worked out. I launched the drone and flew around for a bit and waited to see what happened, and sure enough, the birds turned up. And what happened was this. But first, a word from our sponsor. Just joking, I don't have a sponsor. Anyway, the same bloody thing happened. The birds went nuts and had a real go at the drone. You can see that here from the footage I recorded with my phone. So I didn't hang around, I hightailed the drone back to me and pretty much went home with my tail between my legs. Now then I was set to thinking about some of the reasons why it may not have worked. So first of all, it was the middle of the day, so it was pretty bright already, and perhaps there wasn't enough contrast between the normal daylight and the strobe light to give the birds any cause for concern, although the light's pretty bright. Maybe if I try it when it's a little bit more overcast, or when the light's lower, like at the start or the end of the day, that might have a better impact. Secondly, I could try a different color. I don't know whether that would make a difference, as I thought the white was probably the brightest, and it was the flash that was going to keep them away. And I don't really know if colors mean anything to birds anyway. I've never seen them stop at traffic lights before. Third, maybe these are particularly aggressive birds who have a chip on their shoulder and aren't about to be scared off by a fancy little flashing light. Maybe they've had a run-in with a drone before and have a bit of an axe to grind. Not sure. Fourth, and probably the one I'm leaning towards, is maybe the birds just don't actually give a rat's ass about flashing lights in general, and this is never going to work. So I think I've just got to persevere and try it a few more times. But hey, even if it doesn't work, it's kind of cool having the light on the drone. For one thing, it makes it a lot easier to see the thing yourself, given that it's so small, and even at a relatively short distance from you can be quite hard to see. Now, I don't do a lot of night flying. It's illegal in my country for one thing. Like I said, a lot, not none. But at night, the strobe light would be super effective to be able to see the drone at a distance. It'd also make it super handy for those train spotters out there looking to prosecute people flying their drones at night, and perhaps more easily see where the drone flies back to and then lands. This is nice. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh, this is not good. So whilst the strobe light in this instance wasn't effective for what I bought it for, it's still quite a fun thing to have, and it didn't cost a great deal anyway, and that's why I bought 2 of them. So I'm interested to know if any of you have had issues with birds in your area. I'm sure there's plenty in Durban, South Africa, or Zhongshan in southern China, or even Idaho, for example. Wouldn't think there's much else going on there anyway. So let me know if you've had issues with birds and if you've had any luck deterring them. If you want to check out the video of my encounter with our local angry birds, check out that video here, or if you're interested in using your Mini 2 drone to get some banger Instagram shots the quickest and easiest way possible, check out this video on screen now. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.